Hi, I'm John, and in this video I will show you how intermittent fasting can help you to reverse diabetes. Welcome to Diabetes Free, the place where you get advice, motivation and inspiration for a happy and healthy life, of course, diabetes free. I completely understand how having diabetes can make you feel on a daily basis. Are you concerned with not being able to lose weight, which the medicine seems to put on and keep on? Are you feeling anxious or frustrated for not being able to effectively treat your type 2 diabetes despite all your efforts? If yes, you are at the right place. In this video I'm going to show you what is intermittent fasting and how it can help you, the connection between intermittent fasting and diabetes, and the benefits of intermittent fasting. But before that, if you want to see more videos about how to reverse type 2 diabetes, please subscribe to the channel, like the video and tick the notification bell. I also have in the description my free PDF with 7 tips to make your life instantly better as a diabetic. Intermittent fasting is a type of eating plan that involves a limited time period when caloric intake is restricted. This can vary from fasting all day long for several days per week, to simply limiting the number of calories that are ingested during the fasting period. There are specific intermittent fasting diets, such as those that restrict food intake after a specific time of day, to those that rotate between eating normally and restricting a certain number of calories during the day on fasting days. More dramatic fasting diets involve restricting all foods for a complete 24-hour time span, or longer. Fasting has been around for some time, particularly if you consider the historical role of fasting as part of many types of spiritual rituals. More recently, intermittent fasting has been used as part of a healthy diet for weight loss, as part of detoxifying the body, and more. But there has been much controversy surrounding the topic of fasting for those with diabetes. Today, there is a growing body of evidence indicating that specific types of intermittent fasting diets may be beneficial for people with diabetes. In addition, scientists are beginning to speculate that when a person fasts may be just as important as the diet itself. To fully understand the benefits of intermittent fasting and diabetes, it's important to know a little about the physiology of the body when it comes to the action of glucose and insulin. Insulin is a hormone that enables glucose derived from the food we eat to enter the cells of muscles, stored fat, and the liver, where it is used for energy. When blood glucose levels rise, insulin is released from the pancreas. The insulin lowers blood sugar levels as it carries the glucose into the cell, keeping blood sugar levels within normal levels. When the cells of the muscles, fat, and liver are unable to respond normally to insulin, glucose begins to accumulate in the blood because it is not able to properly enter the cells. This is called insulin resistance. When insulin resistance begins, the pancreas will attempt to make more insulin, to overcome the condition. The blood sugar level will stay within normal range until the pancreas is no longer able to make enough insulin to combat the weakness of the cells. When blood glucose levels are higher than normal, but not high enough to warrant a diagnosis of diabetes, it's called prediabetes. Prediabetes usually occurs in those with some level of insulin resistance. Prediabetes also occurs in those whose pancreas doesn't make enough insulin to keep the blood sugar within the normal range. Over time, prediabetes often progresses into type 2 diabetes. Here is how it works. When the food we eat is broken down to be used as energy in the body, it ends up as molecules in the bloodstream. One such molecule is glucose. Normally, when there is more circulating blood glucose than the body can use for energy, the excess is stored as fat for future use. But, for glucose to be utilized by the cells, it requires insulin. Between meals the body doesn't require insulin, so insulin levels decline. When insulin levels are low, the fat cells release some of the stored glucose, resulting in weight loss. Studies have shown evidence that intermittent fasting can have health benefits for those with diabetes. These include weight loss, lowering insulin requirements, lessening inflammation, lowering insulin levels, improving a wide range of illnesses, detoxifying the body, helping the body rid itself of damaged cells. There are some general tips that are important to follow if you have diabetes and you plan to start an intermittent fasting diet. Consult with your healthcare provider or diabetes team regarding whether intermittent fasting is recommended for you. If so, follow the team's advice on medications for diabetes to ensure blood glucose level control. Maintain a balanced diet during the fasting periods as well as the non-fasting periods, including foods from all of the food groups. Do not eat excessively during the non-calorie restricted periods. Include foods that are more slowly absorbed, such as those considered lower on the glycemic index scale, just before you fast. Be sure to eat foods that fill you up and maintain your blood sugar during the fast, such as fruits, vegetables, and fresh salads. When you break the fast, limit the amount of fatty or sugary foods, and try grilling or baking foods instead of frying. Drink plenty of fluids during the fast to avoid dehydration, but avoid sugary drinks. If you experience symptoms of hypoglycemia, it's vital to break the fast immediately, and use your normal course of action, such as taking glucose tablets followed by a snack. Consult with your healthcare provider before continuing the fast. Fasting is a great method for reversing diabetes type 2, if you combine it with a healthy diet. But for most people it's unsustainable. This is why I created a free PDF with my best tips for people with type 2 diabetes. With this guide you'll never have to worry ever again about being overwhelmed by the daily care and vigilance the disease requires. So click on the link in the description now, to get your free download. If you want to watch more videos on how to reverse type 2 diabetes, make sure to subscribe to my channel. See you next time.